Senator Sifuna.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Allow me to begin by saying that whereas I support the general idea of dealing with the problem of cattle rustling, my brother, the senator from Nandi, will have to do a bit more in convincing me whether we are not replicating laws that are already in existence on our books. Mr. Speaker, I have a few concerns about the bill, and fortunately or unfortunately, last week I was not able to participate in an important debate about the deployment of police officers to Haiti. Mr. Speaker, had I gotten that opportunity, in fact, one of the issues that we wanted to address was the adequacy of our own security forces to deal with the security problems and challenges in this country. I personally believe that the question of cattle rustling is a security problem, and that because the Constitution of this Republic places the responsibility of ensuring the security of all wananchi and their belongings and property on the national government, I think any legislation that is directed against addressing a security matter must be alive to that demarcation between the national government roles and the county government roles. I have perused through the bill, Mr. Speaker. I am afraid that we might be saddling the county governments with the responsibility that is essentially the responsibility of the national government. We have been promised by the current regime that in fact they are going to rout out the problem of cattle rustling, especially in the North Rift. I think there's been an operation that has been ongoing, if I'm not wrong, for the past 6 months or something. And Mr. Speaker, that is what we expect from the national government to be able to root out the problem. So that if I were here when that debate was being had, I would have argued that in fact, if you look at the ratio of police officers to the population in this country, and you compare it with the recommended ratio of police officers to the population by the United Nations, Mr. Speaker, we are lagging behind. We simply do not have the resources. And I would want that the national government focuses on ensuring there is enough security resources in areas that are prone to cattle rustling in order to deal with the problem. Mr. Speaker, if you look at some of the provisions in the Act, and I want to thank Senator Wambua because he has addressed, first of all, the requirement of registration of a brand. I would support